Indian railways aren't known for their speed or modern levels of comfort, but today I'll be trying out the newest generation of Indian train. This is the Vande Bharat Express, the new high-speed design built in India. We'll be looking at their futuristic interior and how they speed away faster than a Japanese bullet train. You'll also see the very strange complimentary meal, so join me as I travel in the south of this beautiful country aboard the region's very first high-speed train. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here in Chennai in India and I'm going to be catching the Vande Bharat high-speed train over to Bengaluru. I'm booked into executive class for this journey, so let's go. Good morning from Chennai. It's currently 05:30 and I'm here to catch southern India's first ever Vande Bharat Express. Let's head over to the station, which is already thriving with activity at this hour. Watch out for tuk-tuks. This station is locally known as just Chennai Central, but its official name is Puratchi Thalaivar Dr. Maruthur Gopalan Ramachandran Central Railway Station. Wow! It's named after the former Chief Minister of the region. Heading inside the station, there's definitely a lot going on. The first thing I noticed was the amount of people sleeping on the floor. I guess they're just waiting for their trains, but if you know any different, then tell me in the comments. The main entrance hall also features a variety of catering establishments, offering veg and non-veg meals. India is a very large country, so major cities like Chennai see countless overnight trains. This train has come from Ahmedabad, a 31-hour trip. Whilst many of these carriages are newly built, they're certainly not the most modern trains in the world, and that's something my ride today is looking to change. I'm catching train number 20607, the Vande Bharat service, departing at 05:50. Note how the destination isn't actually shown. Be sure to pay attention to the number and departure time on your ticket. So let's head over for a look at this brand new Indian train. We'll be departing from platform 8 today, and it looks like some of my fellow passengers have already beaten me to it. The Vande Bharat Express has a lot of fans in India, with locals being very proud of the country's very own locally built high-speed train. In fact, these trains were actually built here in this city, so it's no wonder the passengers are so proud. They are a whole world of difference from many other Indian trains. Each Vande Bharat set consists of either 8 or 16 modern coaches. At each end, instead of a locomotive, there's a streamlined cab, making this the first long-distance train in India not to have a locomotive. All other units are used on local commuter or regional services. Indian Railways has ambitious plans with these new trains, with well over 1,000 sets being ordered over the coming years. Of these, many will be fitted with beds and used on high-class overnight routes. Some will be tilting trains to allow for faster running on curves. Anyway, let's get on board for the ride to Bengaluru. My 16-car train has 14 AC chair carriages in a 2+3 layout that we'll look at later on. The remaining 2 carriages are executive chair, which is equivalent to a first-class seat in the rest of the world. This is where I'll be travelling today. It's in a 2+2 layout, but due to Indian trains being wider than normal, this is still plenty spacious. My seat is number 17, a seat at the window. All seats face forwards, but can be rotated at any point. Today's route will see us heading west through southern India, making a single stop, briefly looping southward, then back north into Bengaluru. Journey time is scheduled to be 4 hours and 25 minutes, covering 359 kilometres or about 223 miles. Departure from Chennai is a little bit delayed, and we end up leaving at 05:54, 4 minutes late. Our first few minutes are spent navigating out of Chennai, passing through many of its suburban rail stations. Unfortunately, there's not a lot to see at this hour. But not to worry, as the onboard complimentary service has begun. This is served on trays, so it's a good idea to get your table out before it arrives. I found this service to be a little bit odd. Let me explain why as it's delivered. The first item is a bottle of water, handed out just 5 minutes after we left. After this, the staff went on to prepare breakfast for the train, and this is where things all went wrong. A tray was delivered to each passenger, with a single biscuit and a sachet of instant tea. 10 minutes after that, someone came around to hand out either a paper cup or a proper mug, with each passenger being free to decide. This was nice to look at, but there was still no liquid. Next up, some of the staff decided to have an argument. 15 minutes after service began, I finally received some water to make my tea, and it was actually really nice. By now, the sun has long since come up, being over half an hour into our journey. We're speeding through Tamil Nadu region at up to 130 km an hour. In theory, this train is capable of up to 180 km an hour, with future generations planned to reach considerably higher speeds. So in a way, this is just a mere taste of what's to come on India's railways. 25 minutes later, I was brought a bowl, though of course nothing to put in it. Though thankfully, some cornflakes arrived just after. 5 minutes on, some milk was delivered, a policy I quite liked, as it discourages people from putting milk in first. This milk was boiling hot though, as is commonly done with cereal in India. This service took nearly an hour to deliver, which I really don't understand, as it wasn't anything special. But it's actually still not over yet. There's more to come later in the journey. This is Thalaivar, served by only regional trains a few times per day. This part of the world is really beautiful, and I enjoyed watching the scenery speed by. Whilst the Vande Bharat Express doesn't have panoramic windows, it does have one really cool feature for enjoying the scenery. The seats can be rotated to face the windows, giving you an excellent view. Of course, this can only be done if there is nobody behind you, as otherwise there's not enough space. As I was lucky, I got to spend the first part of the journey enjoying the landscapes of Tamil Nadu. Before our intermediate station today, let's have a look around this modern train's interior, starting with the seats. These were really comfortable, and there was a lot of padding. The ergonomic shape was also pretty good. Up top is a leather head cushion and a large winged headrest. Legroom is nothing short of perfect. There's so much space that I can't even reach the seat in front while seated. On the seat in front, there's a big folding footrest. Above this, a storage pocket for your smaller personal items. And finally, a coat hook. On the armrest, you can find a button for the seat's recline. This angles the seat back pretty far, making an already great seat even better. Between seats is a chunky fixed armrest. Despite being fixed, it's still easy to get in and out of the seat due to the huge amount of space. And on the front of this, you'll find a truly universal power socket, accepting just about anything. There is one of these for each seat. All windows are fitted with sun blinds, though these weren't massively effective. Lastly, no seat back tables are provided due to the presence of tables in the armrest, just like on a plane. These feature a few grooves for drinks, though most of the ones I tried were pretty bendy, which isn't a great feature for a table. One hour and 20 minutes into our journey, we approach our only intermediate stop today. This is Katpadi Junction, a major interchange. Katpadi Junction is actually the busiest station in the region of Tamil Nadu by passenger count, serving long-distance traffic for the nearby city of Vellore. From here we run non-stop to Bengaluru, timed for 3 hours exactly. Something I really liked about the Vande Bharat Express is the overall finish of the interior. It uses futuristic looking designs and high quality materials. The design easily rivals that of a European or Asian high-speed train. This unit was manufactured in October 2022, making it just 3 months old at the time of recording, though there were a few very minor quality control issues showing already. Around 30 minutes after our last stop was something I really wasn't expecting. The crew came round with another breakfast service, though this time it mostly arrived all at once. This one consisted of more traditional Indian fare, some sort of curry, bread, rice, and something fruity, though if you have more details then please let me know in the comments. A drink was provided in the form of a juice carton for children and a chocolate cake for dessert. Half an hour later, the crew gave everyone a banana. This was a really strange onboard meal service, and whilst it tasted okay, the delivery left a lot to be desired. We passed through many stations en route, such as Katpadi Junction. The Vande Bharat Express is the highest priority passenger train in India, and will often overtake trains on its way to the largest stations of the region. The climate here in southern India is tropical, and you can enjoy palm trees and rocky mountains out of the window in the latter half of the trip. But now, let's go and have a look around the rest of the interior. AC chair class is in a 2+3 layout, and what would be called second class in Europe. This is clearly a lot more crowded than executive chair class, but still looks like it would offer a pleasant atmosphere for travel. The first generation Vande Bharat trains used different seating, which was very uncomfortable. I guess Indian Railways decided that it was inhumane to use these seats on long distance journeys. At the end of carriages, you'll find a galley, where the meal service is prepared. There are also multiple toilets found throughout the train. This is one of the squat toilets, and I found it to be very modern and clean. Opposite this is a Western style toilet, which was also in good condition. All toilets are vacuum toilets, so no waste ends up on the tracks. The soap was well stocked, and the water was working fine. Until now, our journey has been in the Tamil Nadu region of India. We briefly enter Andhra Pradesh, passing through places such as Gopalan. Keen-eyed viewers will have noticed that the regional language has changed here, from Tamil to Telugu. India has a lot of different languages. 22 of these are recognised as official languages in the country, while it's said that 453 languages are spoken in total. Not long later, we cross into the Karnataka region. Passing through Bengaluru Junction, you may notice the regional language has changed again, this time to Kannada. Station platforms in India are often very long, with Bengaluru Junction having platforms nearly 600 metres in length. And with trains sometimes reaching up to 24 carriages, this is certainly needed. Not long after, Bengaluru's suburbs come into view. This is the third biggest city in India, with over 8 million residents. It's safe to say that the city is a fairly major destination on the Indian Railways network. We spend a bit of time navigating through the busy tracks of the suburban railways, passing through various stations served only by commuter trains, such as this one. So, on to how much this journey cost. A ticket in executive chair class costs 1,885 Indian rupees. For me, this was excellent value. This is a modern and comfortable high-speed train with a meal included. However, for many locals this train is unaffordable, and in fact this journey is 10 times the price of the cheapest train on this route. Some smaller savings can even be made by catching the Katpadi Express, which leaves 10 minutes later and only takes 20 minutes longer. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to check out one of these trains. Our journey continues to run past depots and sidings, as well as through more commuter stations in this massive city. Eventually, we pull into Krantivira Sangolli Rayanna Bengaluru city station. Arrival is roughly 14 minutes late at 10:29. Overall, this was a great journey through India. Trying out the country's first foray into modern high-speed trains was really enjoyable, and what they've got is a pleasant train to ride. The strange service leaves a lot to be desired, but this is an easy fix. I can't wait to see what Indian Railways introduces in the future. As always, let me know what you thought of the Vande Bharat Express in the comments, and for a look at Africa's first high-speed train, the incredible Moroccan Al Barak, then click up here now.